Brandon Mitchell, one of the jurors, the black guy that's been on TV in the case, who was allegedly seen wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt at a Washington, D.C. rally last year. Right there, I think. Isn't it a mistrial? I can't wait. Then we have to go through all this shit again and we're going to lose 10 more Wendy's and dollar stores. Chauvin might and should get a new goddamn trial as a headline, my headline. The lawyer for ex-Minneapolis cop Derek Chauvin is requesting a new trial in the death of George Floyd, claiming the guilty verdict against his client was tainted by a threatened and intimidated jury. And if you disagree with that, you're just a douchebag. You're Maxine Waters' nipples. In papers filed Tuesday in Hennepin County Court, attorney Eric Nelson argues that Chauvin's murder trial should have been moved to a different planet or city and said publicly surrounding. Are we supposed to believe anybody would that? What? Are you shitting me? You really think like you're going to get jurors that didn't know about this? The way the mainstream media runs it on a loop? We're on Mars now, right? Didn't we put something up there? Anyways, it should have been moved to a different city and said publicity surrounding the trial was pervasive and prejudicial. We know that now. The court abused its discretion when it failed to sequester the jury for the duration of the trial, or in the least admonish them to avoid all media, which resulted in jury exposure to prejudicial publicity regarding the trial during the proceedings, Nelson wrote, as well as jury intimidation and potential fear of retribution among jurors, which is so, all that is so true.
You're out of order. You're out of order. The whole trial is out of order. They're out of order.
We know this all to be true. We wouldn't, it's not even a question, right? The jurors were scared shitless. And we got one that was talking after because he wants to get his own show on BET. Nelson also accused prosecutors in Hennepin County District Judge Peter Cahill of multiple errors in the proceedings, which he said deprived Chauvin of a fair trial. Well, what kind of errors, fella? Among his claims, Nelson said prosecutors committed pervasive, prejudicial prosecutorial misconduct, including disparaging the defense. These sound like weak arguments. I don't know the law, obviously. And presenting cumulative evidence, particularly a string of experts and police officials who testified that Chauvin used excessive force. Isn't that how it's supposed to work? You bring forward people to speak for the guy you're representing, witnesses, and somebody get fucking Dershowitz on the line, please. We're supposed to have lunch down here at the IHOP. The lawyer also claimed, I can think of better arguments than this. The lawyer also claimed the judge should have forced Floyd's pal, Maurice Hall, to testify, despite Hall's assertion that he would invoke his Fifth Amendment privilege if called to the witness stand. I'm sure he knew that, and nobody told him to do it. Is that his friend? Oh, my God. Poor Floyd never had a chance. Look at the retarded Urkel grew up.
Hey, man. Hey, Floyd, man.
God help us. Hall was with Floyd inside his SUV when police arrived and arrested Floyd and allegedly knew there were drugs in the vehicle. The cumulative effect of the multiple errors in these proceedings deprived Mr. Chauvin of a fair trial in violation of his constitutional rights, Nelson wrote. I think there's better arguments.
Well, whose fault is that?
Yours. Nelson's 4-page motion did not appear to address the controversy surrounding Brandon Mitchell. I hope he's going to bring this up today. Brandon Mitchell, one of the jurors, the black guy that's been on TV in the case, who was allegedly seen wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt at a Washington, D.C. rally last year. Just the fact that he went to D.C. alone. Or maybe he's from there. Jurors were grilled during jury selection about whether they had attended Floyd or BLM demonstrations. And guess what? Mitchell said no, like the fucking asshole.
Liar, whore, and you know it.
Right there, I think. Isn't it a mistrial? I can't wait. Then we have to go through all this shit again and we're going to lose 10 more Wendy's and dollar stores. I can't make it. The country can't. His motion also did not specifically mention comments made by Rep. Maxine Waters, seen here, who had encouraged protesters to get confrontational if the ex-cop was cleared in the case. I think we have some audio of Maxine Waters talking about the case.
What folks says about this family, I does. I has told you and told you that you can always tell a lady but the way that she eat in front of folks like a bird. And I ain't aiming for you to go to Mr. John Wilkins's and eat like a field hand and gobble like a hog.
Nelson had tried to have a mistrial declared over the remarks before the jury returned its verdict. Cahill declined because he's a left-wing cheese dick. Cahill declined that motion, but he actually said he told him Waters may have given you something on appeal that may result in this whole trial being overturned. Now, I believe when they say overturned, that's not an acquittal. You got to do it again, I think, right? Is it like a mistrial? Well, you really think we're going to get different results? The only way you're going to do that is go to fucking the North Pole and get like 12 Eskimos who don't have cable, and I'm pretty sure they do up there. I had a girlfriend in Anchorage. She got all the channels. Hey, guys, I want to thank you for watching the show, and I want to encourage you to keep contributing to keep this show and free speech free for everyone, whether they want to hear it or not. Click on this video or the link on the screen to make a contribution of any amount. I'll read your name on the show, but more importantly, you'll truly be supporting a great cause without Big Brother taking their cut or limiting the message. Thank you guys so much.